you tried with your best smile, didn't move me just one bit. I guess something's gotta give. Remedies used to work, it never hurts. If I had just one more wish, good conversation doesn't go like it used to be. Good.
Timberwolves trail by 7. On the court for Minnesota. Russell in the backcourt with Beasley to his side. Towns is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Edwards in at the small forward. Now we're looking at teams with first-year coaches, Chris. How long do you think it usually takes to get up to speed with the new system?
You know, it depends, Kevin. You have veteran players on your team. Is it a familiar system that guys have seen before? Young squads, they take a little bit more time to get up to speed. It may take till the All-Star break or so.
Russell, the top of the key jumper is on the mark.
It's really becoming a calling card for Russell. Great at stopping on the dime and hitting shots.
Here's Jackson. He takes it in. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Oh, here's Edwards. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. And Davis sends it back.
Outstanding at using his wingspan to erase shots.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Prince is checked in for Edwards. Noel comes in for Malik Beasley. And it's Patrick Beverley in for D'Angelo Russell.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Green finds Johnson. Out to the wing. Reeves the pass to Davis. Basket counts. Davis has got 6.
Defender plays tough, but Davis is tougher. Plays through the contact with authority.
Timberwolves trail by 9. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch, and Coach mentioned Anthony Davis's mobility as a factor as well. He said anytime you've got a big man who can move as well as Davis, it poses some issues. You have to come up with a creative approach on D to deal with that combination of size and speed. Coach told me, though, Kevin, as tough as it is to face Davis, it makes his job and the challenge that much more fun. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And to get open is Johnson. They get it back. Davis against Towns. And they double up Davis. Just 3 to shoot from deep. Green. It's hauled in by Beverley.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And certain guys post almost identical numbers year after year. Danny Green is one of them.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, the production has been very consistent since his 3rd season. But he also gives you intangible toughness, deadly in the clutch. I mean, his coaches and teammates trust him right.
Minnesota with the ball. Following the miss by Anthony Davis. Noel passes to Beverley. Here's Towns. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
And we'll see what, or if anything has changed this year. Maybe it's still a matchup of the haves and have-nots. Or maybe the playing field's a little more even.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
So timeout call here, the first for Los Angeles. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of the game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
And second chance points, just another great indicator of which team won in the hustle department. And tonight, they didn't win that battle.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Shots good by Noel. 40 seconds left in the first. On the wing, Green. The 3 hits the 3-point bomb. And the Lakers lead by 6.
And with good size for his position, Green uses his length to finish shots from all over.
And Beverly kicks to Towns. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Davis with some nice D.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of this one. And the first one at the line is good.
One of my favorite bigs in the entire NBA. Anthony Davis is on the floor. It's appointment viewing only.
16 feet away. And they get it back. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding.
All right, look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are, your Laker girls.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we all know the great LeBron James can do it all, but he says he doesn't have to for his team to be successful.
There's no pressure for none of us to score. There's no pressure for any of us to do more than you have to. You know, for me, I'm whatever. I'm all about winning.
Well, and the way this roster is composed with Anthony Davis and all these veterans around, everyone able to play their part.
And play their role. As LeBron gets older, he's going to choose his spots and look for ways to make his teammates better.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Patrick Beverly, Naz Reid out there with Prince, and it's Vanderbilt in at the power forward position. Now here's Brantley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
But what about the concentration of Johnson? Just burying the bucket despite the harm.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
Well, they've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Beverly, the pass to Vanderbilt.
What hustle from Johnson on defense. He does his best to make life difficult for whoever he is assigned to.
Green finds Johnson. They kick it out to Green. Here's Reeves. It's hauled in by Beverly. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. I don't like to see this.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
I'm not a doctor, but nothing about that play screams minor injury. Obviously, this could be a real concern.
Edwards, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Paul George, he's checked in for the Lakers. And how about we check the numbers for Anthony Davis? Timberwolves trail by 11. Beverly feeling it out a bit. The pass to Reed. There's the three. Good on the three-point shot. Reed's got 5 points so far.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Beverly. Passes to Noel. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Outside, Green. Back to George. And George with the stuff.
That's the savvy veteran. He's able to spot where his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Beverly, the pass to Reed. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Beasley's checked in for Noel. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Pass to George. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to Golden State.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. It took them too many shots to get their points.
They had a hard time taking the lid off the basket. Their offense just looked flat.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Russell looking around. It's stolen by Green, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. In third, the Lakers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Beasley, the pass to Prince. Count it. Prince has got his first bucket of the night.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
Outside, Green. From deep. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Greg, you know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
And although he's a little undersized as a shooting guard, Beasley is still a great rebounder.
And can regularly hit double-digit totals in that area. Very quick to the ball, always nice to have a great rebounding guard.
For a number of seasons, offensive output, Greg, has been on the rise, as we've seen, but last year it went to a whole different level.
I mean, how about 2 years ago with Dallas? They had the greatest offensive season since all the way back in 1973, averaging over 116 points per 100 possessions. Get this, last year, 7 teams beat that record.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. The shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Russell passes to Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Man, the decision-making of Russell, dependable at finding his teammates when they're in cover.
Jackson kicks to Monk. Pass to George. Back to Monk. From the corner. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Here's Russell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Russell, a player known for his offense, but Greg, he's put in work to improve his play on defense as well.
Yeah, you know, Russell was known for his lack of defense there for a while, but he's been trying to improve that part of his game. It's a long road, but I tell you what, he is definitely taking steps.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. George. No good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And
didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Davis kicks to Monk. Kicks it out to James. Clock at 6. Over Edwards. The Lakers keeping it going.